Does anything else need to be addressed?
Just one thing, Judge. The state is going to present a PowerPoint presentation during Mrs. Hull's testimony, and I do have an objection, a hearsay objection to slide 38. It's a text messaging conversation between Harvey Adelson and Charlie Adelson, and Harvey's statements would be hearsay, and that was ruled on yesterday as well.
And that, may I respond, Judge?
Go ahead.
Let me pull up the slide just a moment.
And it was also a statement before the conspiracy judge. It was December 14th of 2012.
So, Judge, I believe the court has seen this before, but I can also provide the court with a copy. Slide 38 is a text message exchange between Harvey Adelson and Charlie Adelson from 2012, where they are discussing having a large amount of cash. And I plan to ask Ms. Hull, did the family keep a large amount, or did the family keep cash? Did they have access to a lot of cash? Did they have, did they give cash discounts at their dental practice? And this is an example of them taking whatever, okay, taking whatever cash that they did receive and keeping it as opposed to depositing it in the bank. And so I do think that it's probative and more probative than it is prejudicial.
I believe the objection is hearsay, not that it's relevant.
Okay. Yeah, let me see. Harvey is the one making the statement. I mean, okay, so the statement is, I have too much cash, and talking about there's no tax advantages for a large gift, except that he has too much cash. But we're not proving it to prove he has too much cash at that time. We're using it to prove this family keeps a large amount of cash outside of, banking institutions. They have a lot of cash. And that would be relevant to them having a large amount of cash at the time that these payments were made.
So you're not offering the statement for the truth of the matter asserted, but rather a separate point.
Not for the truth of the matter asserted in these messages, but rather the fact that they had cash in general and kept cash out of banks.
And that is for the truth of the matter asserted, Judge. She's trying to use this, a hearsay statement, from a person who's not a party to this litigation. There's an argument in Charlie's trial, but here, this is not about Donna, and they say they're not using it for the truth of the matter asserted, but then she turned around and said, we're using it to prove they have a lot of cash. So they are using it for the truth of the matter asserted.
What would be the other issue that is being offered for Ms. Dugan if it's not for the truth of the matter asserted? Ms. Fulford is making a good point.
I think that if it were for the truth of the matter asserted, it would be that he has too much cash on this date and there's no tax advantage of this gift. But we're using it to show that they keep a large amount of cash outside of banking institutions, that they have a large amount of cash in general. That's just the distinction I'm saying. But the statement is, I have too much cash.
Splitting the hairs pretty thin. On that matter, I'll reserve a ruling for now. Do you have a copy of slide 38 that I can review?
Yes, sir. I'll be right back with it.
Ms. Dugan, you can have your slide back. Right, as to slide 38, I will find that this does predate the conspiracy, at least as it's been alleged during this trial. Additionally, as to the discussion of cash and it flowing from one party to the next between the two Adelsons, as to that, it cannot be offered for the truth of the matter asserted. It is hearsay. The non-hearsay basis that it's being offered for, again, Ms. Dugan, is what exactly? That's unrelated to the money specifically.
Can you say the last part is unrelated to what?
What is the unrelated aspect of this exhibit that's unrelated to the money that you're offering it for?
Right, I mean, it is related to the money. We're trying to establish that they keep a large amount of cash, they don't put it in banks, and they transfer it from one family member to another.
All right, that,
Transfer it via just giving it to them, as opposed to putting in a bank,
you may question Investigator Hull concerning what she learned as a result of going through the financial records, but as to the slide, I will sustain the objection unless there is another basis for which it's being offered, not the truth of the matter asserted. Well, that is our break at this point. Please return at 12:30.
Thank you.